Hello and welcome to Halftime Report. I'm Ekta Batra, with me is Sonal Bhutra. It is a Monday morning and we are moving towards all-time highs for the Nifty. So what a great way to start the week. Remember that the momentum has already been in place and we have added momentum coming in from cues such as Brent crude. Remember, Brent is down over 30% from its highs in March. We've seen FII flows come through. We've seen SIPs gain in the month of October. So it seems as though all of the momentum indicators are in place. The bank Nifty is gaining. We have a lot of the banking stocks which have added in terms of the additions that we've seen to the market gains. So overall, it seems as though it's a lot of interest in the large caps at this point in time. Hi, Sonal.
Hey, Ekta, good morning. What a day, right? We were talking about fresh record highs on the Sensex and Nifty, just few points away from that record high level as well. And I was looking at some of these names as well. So 17 points away from the top. That is something we are tracking for you. In terms of what has happened in terms of top contributors, we are talking about Sensex already being at that record high. It's up over 11,000 points, or 22% from June low. So just looking at the contributors, we have stocks like ICICI Bank, which has contributed around 14% to those gains. HDFC Bank is the other one, which is up around 11%. HDFC up 8.5%, and Infosys is up 7.5% as well. We have L&T, Axis Bank, ITC, SBI as the other ones. So the contribution is large from these large caps, which is leading to the sharp rally from the lows as well. And as I said, ICICI Bank and HDFC Bank, they have contributed a quarter of the gains. So the kind of momentum we have seen in the banking name, something that you are highlighting as well, is something that we are talking about right now in terms of the moves on the Sensex and the Nifty as well. But yeah, that's what's happening today.
Yes, absolutely, Sonal. And you know, if you just look at the kind of index gain that we've seen for the PSU banking space on a year-to-date basis, it's up 60% on a year-to-date basis. So that's the kind of interest that we're seeing in a lot of the PSU banking space stocks. We've seen the valuations expand significantly for the likes of Bank of Baroda, which has rallied over 100% on a year-to-date basis, State Bank of India, ICICI Bank from the private banking space. All of these stocks are either close to fresh 52-week highs or are sitting at 52-week highs. And that's been a huge component in terms of the entire overall gains that we've seen for the markets, that PSU banks and overall the banking space has in fact come into flavor this year. Separately, it seems as though the market is definitely shrugging off the China COVID-19 concerns at this point in time. Maybe there could be a possible benefit that, you know, China's loss is India's gain. That is something that people have been talking about multiple times. And crude prices, there is fear that demand is probably easing from China. That's impacting Brent crude. And Brent crude, if you see, from the March highs has, fallen over 30% At one point in time, it was over $120 for Brent crude. And now it's at around $81.4, as you can see on your screen. So it's fallen quite considerably on a year-to-date basis. It's shrugging off concerns of the Russia-Ukraine war, China possibly tightening in terms of demand. So there's a lot of factors which are working in our favor. Maybe this is something that the RBI would take cognizance of when they meet next week as well. We also have the Q2 GDP data for India, which is going to be released on Wednesday, and the street is going to watch about how much slower in fact demand is, and that would probably be another cue for the Reserve Bank of India.
Okay, all right.